Right, so this tank cover thingamabob seems to have captured your attention, doesn't it? So let's do a bit more. Welcome back to Delboy's Garage. Right, joined today by my able assistant, Penny of the Pit Stop. What do you mean?
I'm back. Been to work, come back.
Right, so with this tank in place, obviously, as much as I can tell you at this point, because I haven't really decided, I'm not keeping all this secret for any given reason. It's purely because I haven't made up my mind what I'm doing yet. But this area here, I don't want the cover going down inside, because when I made this, as you remember, we manufactured this to come around the back of the tank exactly. So I can't afford for the cover to go down inside there, so it needs to stop short at this point. So here I need to make a cut there off the bottom of that, which is just what I don't need. Just a bit that I don't need. So let's do it this way. So it's going to be like that. And then I can measure it with what to cut off. Just a little bit of preparation. Where'd the pencil line go? Where'd the pencil line go, Ben? There it is.
I can't see it.
There it is. It's only really to get a measurement on the new tank or the cover.
Bit of guidage.
Bit of guidage, bit more cutting.
Guidage, not
Guidage. Gonna invent a new word today. Right, here we go. So this being the point. Oh yeah, put the tape where you need to mark, eh? Told you I was an idiot. There we go. Right, easiest way to do this is just measure points around, sort of just half each time, and then transfer those measurements to the other tank. It's the only way to do it, really. And then dot to dot, join it up. So off that bottom lip there, what have we got? Exactly 35mm straight up. So come on this one, that edge, straight up 35mm. And then in the middle, straight off the actual bottom, it's probably the easiest way to measure that, 25mm. And this is the reason that I left this lip on and didn't cut the lip off, so I've got a reference point. I will be cutting obviously this off, but I just wanted the original reference point, same as this tank. Should be symmetrical. Yeah, 35mm. Yeah, it's just a case of joining the dots.
You'll be colouring in next after you dot to dot.
I'm only allowed non-toxic crayons though. There you go. And that gives me exact replica of the line on the tank. So I should be able to run the jigsaw around that. I've got it on a cloth, covered with a cloth. Hopefully should prevent a little bit of the noise. But until then, turn your volume down. Right, that's better. Looks more like a Bandit 400 tank now. Okay, don't need that bit. Another bit of scrappage. make it lighter. Okay, now I've got to mark it off for something else. You might like this. Right, in the midst of this, just while I'm just going to safe up that edge a little bit, because you just know you open up your dermis on it pretty easy. It's pretty nasty and jagged. So just while I was going to use a file, but I didn't think you'd like that very much. Text message. Right. Just wanted to mention somebody quite special. Back about 4 years ago, I used to watch YouTube. I didn't make videos. I just fixed my bikes. I fixed mates' bikes, that sort of thing. But I decided to get going myself, and there were two people who were instrumental in that. People I used to watch because they built stuff in their garage using what they had to hand, which is exactly what I like to do. One of them was Dan Bethel. I've mentioned Dan loads of times. He made a expansion tank for the cooling system on his old 50s hot rod, or from a paint can, and I just thought that was fantastic. And somebody else who does similar things and is a lot better fabricator than me, somebody that I followed right from way back, is Rob in New Hampshire. I'm going to put a link underneath. Check on. Rob's had a little bit of a gap. He's given himself a break from YouTube. It happens sometimes. Some of the best people decided to had enough. YouTube's pretty brutal sometimes. Some of the comments you get, some of the things that happen, and of course it just eats your life. Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
So, you know, Rob had a break. He's just come back to YouTube and he's building a Volkswagen trike. Just out of an old Volkswagen trike that's kind of bits and pieces. It was a horrible mess, and he's slowly putting it back together. The guy's got endless talent, so check him out. He's a good friend of mine, known him for a long time. We used to Skype back in the day and chit chat, and I learned a lot from him. So if you want to find another tuber that's similar to us, there's garage videos that you like to watch. It's a different format to us, does a lot of stills and stuff, makes it very interesting. I love to watch. There's probably 4 people on YouTube that I will sit down with a beer and watch their videos, and Rob is one of those, so check him out. What's the matter?
When do you have time for a sit down and a beer?
It's metaphoric. Right, just tidy up this edge. Otherwise, I just know I'll end up ripping my skin open on it. There you go.
And I'm not doing Florence Nightingale.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, but your stitching's very tidy. Right, I'm going to mark this out now for the next little bit of daftness. This kind of marks it off into sections. I want to come in from the edge. I'm going to cut this edge out. When I finish with this, when you see what we're going to do with it, principle of this is I'm going to drill some holes in this now, but I don't want to drill them too close to the edge, and I want a uniform edge to them. And this lip's coming off. I don't need it when the time comes, so I was going to put this line where that cut will eventually be. So it's just a case of marking it using the 1-inch width of the masking tape, just to give me a hard line around the outside that follows the proper base of the tank. Right, so that pretty much there. Right, so that bottom lip will probably get cut off, or just the other side of it, but that gives me a parallel line all the way around the bottom. Okay. That's it. Right, that gives me 4 segments, as much as it needs now. I've just got to try and get a symmetry to it as opposed to asymmetry. Do you like what I did there? It's just about trying to mark it out in a way that feels right and looks symmetrical. And go for crepe tape, eh? Right, that's it. Now, more of a curve to that side. just start drilling this out, and marking where the cuts are going to be exactly gives me the ability to drill the holes and not go too close to where the cut's going to be, because the cut's going to be right in the middle of there. So effectively you don't want to go too close to it, because if the holes are bored too close to the edge, then it will look a bit crap. It's probably going to look crap anyway. So it's probably not much worry. Right, let's get the cone set up. Right, here we are. Right, let's lob a few holes in it. Mind your ears, Billy Bin? Mind your ears. Now I can't centre punch this because it will just make dents in it, so I'm just going to be very careful. These are supposed to be, you're not supposed to need to centre punch these. You put them where you want to put them, and it cuts its first hole. Press it in, and then start it off. One. Going out to, these are just, where are we? Right. Check where we are. Right, they're just going out to 10mm at the minute, and we'll see where we go from there. I can't press too hard because this really is 22 gauge steel. It's extremely thin, and I want to buckle it. And for those of you who watch and measure things when I'm not watching, then I know, yes, they're not perfect, but they're not meant to be. Different slant face of the tank there. Nothing like a sharp hole saw. Off that one. Loads of burrs. Right, one more. Just going to run these round first, then decide where the next ones go once these are in. Trying to get these symmetrical because you're going to look at these when you're sitting on the bike. Right, about there. It's a little bit off from the mark. You love the way that it just goes straight in like butter. Generating a bit of swarf today. Must sweep up yourself. That's it. Okay. Not noisy at all, is it, Ben?
No.
Pardon? Come off there a bit. Smell. It's noisy, isn't it? got 6 more to do round there, and then we're done for the first first wave of hoods. Perforation. That's what you need. Right. Okay, just mark the last little ones. Just using just straight old judgment. A bit hot now. That's it for now. I'm not sure where I want to go from this point. Like all this, I'm making it up as I go along. Looks exactly what I've conceived in my head so far. I know where I want to go next with it. So you'll have to wait and see. This is effectively going to be just a decorative cover. So this is kind of more art sculpture than anything else. And I've been looking forward to doing something like this rather than just the practical day-to-day boring stuff. So there we are, that's it for now. This has been number 8. It's 7:30 now. We've been at this for an hour and a half. It takes a long time to get all those holes drilled and marked and correct. So that's it for number 8. Okay, take it easy, ride safe. Check out Rob in New Hampshire. Put a link to the channel underneath. Tell him we said hi. See you next time.